Alright, this is what I'm working on now. My mirror on the passenger side of my Aztek needs some attention, so I've got to fab something up so I don't have to spend $50 to $100 getting another one of these shipped to me, or hunting the junkyards for hours trying to find an Aztek mirror assembly that's complete. I'm going to put a single screw through here on this area right here, because it's not got any way to bump into anything back here, and make this panel over here. So let me show you the panel that I'm working on. Yep, just what I got on hand, an old clipboard. I'm going to shape it to the form of this mirror here, and let's see, just draw around it right with my Dremel, and then put a set screw all the way through this, going into that piece with some adhesive on the back side of this here during that round part, you know, using these pads that they provide for this, and put the pads everywhere else here in the middle of this, so that'll hold that mirror on there good, and that screw and that sticky part right there in the middle of that piece there should have enough to hold this on there and keep it secure. So let's see how I do. I don't know how this will work out, but either way, we're going to try it, and this is what I got on hand, and it's a free fix. So if it works for you, then great, but if not, then hey, you know, beat me up in the comment section down below. Anyway, here we go. Alright, I got everything set out here. I'm going to cut out this area that I marked from the mirror with my roto zip, and bolt it on there and see what kind of success I've had. Hope this works. Certainly hope so. Don't have many other options right now, so this is what I came up with. We'll see how it does. Alright, so here's what I came up with after I did a quick Dremel job out of my notepad there. This Dremel. I'm going to take this off and take it around over here and check it with my mirror. So let's see what we got. There's this, and there's the hole I drilled for it and everything. So all I have to do is just match up the hole and put a little sticky on the back of that one area and drill the hole through there once I get it all lined up. So next step I'm going to do is figure out where that hole exactly is, going through here, and then I'll drill that hole in there and put that sticky on the back, and that'll have this mounted up. Then I'll put the mirror on the back of this, and it'll be perfect. I mean, not perfect, but Redneck fixed enough for me. Alright, kinda ran into a small problem here. Nothing major. The screw actually that I'm using for this is a little bit rounded, so I'm gonna kind of grind it off with my grinder here, holding on to it some pair of vice grips, and kind of Dremel this area out here, just make it flush with this, because whenever I put the mirror on, it kind of had a raised area, so I'm trying to make that as flush as I possibly can, and still should hold on there good. And with that adhesive on the back, everything should stick on there fine. And now we're going to move on to the next step. Flatten that screw, Dremel that, make a little pocket for it, and then mount it up there. Make a video after it's mounted on there, and then I'll use those little sticky tabs there all over to hold it on. Well, I found that I'm not going to need just one, but two, to keep it from moving around up and down or side to side or anything like that. And I did flatten both tops of these screws there, so it'll sit down on there flush and mount up good. And then, like I said, I'll put the sticky on the inside of here, actually on the part itself. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I put a piece of that sticky right here, and then I've got a hole drilled through there and a hole drilled through here, which these will line up with, and then that'll hold that on there along with that sticky. So get that mounted. Okay, I got it mounted up here. All I got to do is just put this glass on there with the adhesive, and that's it. It'll be on there. Have a redneck fix, but you know, it'll work. No worries. Should hold on there. Give me still power mirrors and everything. Kind of sits inside there too, so I ain't got to worry about the wind pulling it off or nothing. So we'll get this thing mounted and see what it looks like once it's over. Awesome. Okay, the mirror's on there. In retrospect, I kind of wish I would have used like plastic for that. I think it probably would have been working a little better and everything. The sticky is would have worked better on that like that hard like matting for that clip. But either way, it's on there and it works just fine. Ain't going nowhere. I mean, as you can see, pole on it. Everything ain't coming loose, coming out. So it's a redneck fix, but you know, it works just fine. Yeah. Right. So what do you think? Cheap redneck fix that didn't cost me a dime and seems to work. Awesome.